You are watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome to another redo of old content. This is a recut where I put together the 3 times I responded to South Park related videos. I did not include the one where I responded to the South Park article, because this one was long enough as it is putting it together, but it's not a simple recut. I also added some new content, replaced some of the takes I disagreed with ones that I agree with now, because I've changed a bit over the years, and also removed any time that I was too nice to Phantom Strider. So with that all said, let's jump in and take a look at this. So, when IGN made this, I decided to check it out, and noticed that they made a shitload of mistakes. The video in question is 38 show references in South Park: The Stick of Truth. So it's 38 references to the show, South Park, supposedly. Really, it's actually only like 37 to South Park, and then they throw a Star Trek reference in there at one point, but I'll get to that in a minute.
We are big fans of South Park.
False.
Except no, you're not, as this video will clearly show. Because if you were, you wouldn't get as many of these wrong, and you wouldn't get them as wrong as you do. You'll see what I mean.
Here are 38 references the game makes to the series.
Why 38? That's a really arbitrary number. You could do a lot more than that. You could do a lot less than that. You could do a nice round number. You could do over 100. You could do several hundred, I'm willing to bet.
In Cartman's backyard, you can find his cat who appeared in the first episode of the television show.
So right off the bat, the first one they say is just wrong. Okay, Cartman's cat has appeared in a lot of episodes of the show. He first appeared in the first episode, I'll give you that, but this guy heavily implies that was the only episode he was in. That's not true. Mr. Kitty has been in quite a few episodes.
You can see pictures on the wall from the Casa Bonita episode,
Except that's not from Casa Bonita, that's from Obama Wins.
There is also a crack pipe.
Okay, well, technically there is a crack pipe sitting there. You overemphasize the bong, and you're making a lot of people in the comments think that you're stupid calling a bong a crack pipe. There is a crack pipe there, but you're not emphasizing it. You're focusing on the bong, and it makes you seem not intelligent.
Various televisions, you can hear Martha Stewart giving you creative household tips.
Such a fun and inspiring time to decorate. Just like most women out there, I've really gotten into queefing lately.
This is from the episode Red Hot Catholic Love.
No, it's not. It is not from Red Hot Catholic Love. It's from Eat, Pray, Queef. 2 completely different episodes from completely different seasons. Neither of which sound even remotely similar, and neither of which even have similar plots. I don't know how you get this one that wrong.
From the show, Cheesy Poos and Weight Gain 4000 were a major focus of early episodes.
Kind of a nitpick on this one, but Weight Gain 4000 was not prominent in more than the one episode it was in. Like, it was maybe in the background of other episodes, and it's been referenced in some of the games. But it was really only prominent in the episode of the same name.
On Kevin's desk, you can see a treble, which is a nod to Star Trek.
So?
That may be so, but you said this was about 38 references to the South Park television series earlier in this video. Why in the hell are you showing a Star Trek reference? Were you trying to pad this out? Because you already had 38, you could have just done 37, both of them are just as arbitrary. Or you could have pulled another reference out, because there's a ton more that you didn't put in this video. So why did you choose this, of all things? Hell, even in this room, you could say, oh, Kevin is dressed as Spock, which isn't fitting for this. Which is a reference to the fact that Kevin always messes up when they're role-playing, like when he was a stormtrooper when they played Lord of the Rings, or something like that.
If you enter the post office, you can hear various songs from Chef playing on the radio.
Okay, again, a nitpick on this one. You can hear those songs in many different places, not just the post office. This and a couple other things actually lead me to believe they actually didn't play very much of the game, but I'll get into that a little bit more later. But yeah, you can hear those songs in a lot of places, not just the post office.
When you enter Tom's Rhinoplasty, there are various posters of David Hasselhoff hanging up in the office. In the Season 1 episode of the same name, Mr. Hat gets a nose job that...
Mr. Hat gets a nose job that...
Mr. Hat gets a nose job that...
What the fuck?
Okay, now this is my favorite one. How the hell do you call Mr. Garrison Mr. Hat? They are completely different. Mr. Hat is the puppet he has, and I sincerely doubt the puppet would have ever gotten a nose job. And if he did, I didn't see it happen, and I certainly remember Mr. Garrison getting one in the Tom's Rhinoplasty episode, which is clearly what you're talking about, but you're not saying it right. You're saying Mr. Hat. Mr. Hat is just a puppet, who may or may not be alive. That bit's up for debate, depending on which episode logic you're going on, but the point is, it wasn't Mr. Hat who got the nose job. That's just retarded. I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you.
If you go into the business office, you can hear the montage song from the show.
Once again, This song can be heard in multiple locations, not just the business office.
Kyle's closet, you can see his Chewbacca costume from the Halloween episode, A Nightmare on FaceTime.
You're not just wrong, you're stupid. And you're ugly, just like your mum.
No, the Chewbacca costume was from Pink Eye. In A Nightmare on FaceTime, Kyle was dressed as Thor. The Chewbacca costume does also have a reappearance in Korn's Groovy Pirate Ghost Mystery, but again, not in fucking Nightmare on FaceTime.
In the game, you can find the kid's shop teacher, Richard Alder, who...
Again, kind of a nitpick, but it's Mr. Adler, not Mr. Alder. It's a pretty easy mistake to make, so I'll go a little bit lenient on you on that one, but it's Adler, not Alder. I think maybe you were too busy screwing around.
Hey, quit screwing around!
His radio plays Kyle's Mom's a Bitch from the movie, Finger Bang from the episode Something You Can Do With Your Finger, a Faith Plus One song from the episode Christian Rock Hard, and the Minorities song from the Casa Bonita episode.
Okay, the Minorities song is from the episode P. It is not from Casa Bonita. I realize Casa Bonita is a Mexican name, but that does not mean that is where he plays the Minorities song. If anything, the implication you're giving there is a little racist. Also, that version of Kyle's Mom is a Bitch is the one from Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh. There was one in the movie, but they altered it slightly, so it's actually a little bit of a different song. I'll give you a little bit of slack on that one, because the song was in both, but still technically wrong. But yeah, that's all the parts where they fucked up. The thing is, though, I get the implication that they only played maybe 5 minutes of this game, because all of the references they mention are stuff you can see very early on in the game. And they leave out a lot of stuff from later. And a lot of the later stuff is more direct references, where a lot of the other stuff they said in this video are sure references, but they're not like super big ones like some of the later stuff. And they could have removed that Star Trek one easily if they would have just put in another one, if they still wanted to have 38 for some weird arbitrary reason. For instance, you go inside Mr. Slave's ass later in the game, which is a reference to the Death Camp of Tolerance. And it features all the characters that were in there in that episode, such as the Frog King, the Sparrow Prince, and Catatafish. Other than that, there's all the stuff with the aliens. You get anal probed, which is obviously a reference to Cartman gets an anal probe, as well as canceled if you really think about it, because he gets one in canceled too, but that's basically just a rehash of it with some differences, but regardless. There's just a lot more that they easily could have done. Today I'm doing a response to a Phantom Strider video. He drives me nuts, and he does kind of top 5, top 10 videos, and that's like all he does. That said, he does have a lot of things I disagree with, so that's why today we're doing another response video, and we're doing one to him. I'll also admit that I'm going to probably be making a lot of the same points multiple times in this video, because a lot of my issues with Phantom Strider are typically the same problem. And that problem being, I think he's a little bit pussy. He doesn't like mean-spirited comedy, he doesn't like things that are too dark or too graphic, and that said, it's also worth noting that this particular video, Top 10 Worst South Park Episodes of All Time, is actually one he's unlisted, so I don't know if he even stands by these points anymore. I'm pretty sure at the time of this re-edit, he's actually completely deleted it. Either way, I thought it was worth responding to, since it was one of his first videos I saw.
The trashy episodes that make this list tend to stand out as unbelievably gross, incredibly uncomfortable, or uncharacteristically mean-spirited. No!
See, there's that buzzword he likes a lot, mean-spirited. Like I said, I disagree with him on the whole concept of being mean-spirited, and while I do think mean-spirited stuff can be not as fun to watch at times, I do think it can be done well, and when it is done well, it can actually be very entertaining, so that's one thing we're going to disagree on a lot in this video.
I have this issue when South Park points the finger at everyone and says, "You're all to blame," and doesn't really give a reason behind it. What exactly have we done wrong?
So in the original version of this, I disagreed with him and said that it was actually good that South Park did that, and while I do think being fair and poking fun at both sides can be good and done well, South Park is fucking cringe when it tries to do the whole horseshoe theory thing. Oh, every side is exactly the same. See, everyone is equally bad. That's cringe. That's really cringe. And just fucking stupid. Just pick a fucking side. You know what I mean? I do think it is good to be fair, and it is good to poke fun at your own side, too. But I don't support it anywhere near as much as I used to, because Matt and Trey are fucking faggots with that horseshoe theory bullshit.
Since when do Americans, Australians, or any Western country for that matter, care too much about politics?
I'd argue that people actually do care too much about politics now. Like, maybe it wasn't as much back when this was uploaded a couple years ago, but in recent years, politics is all I ever fucking hear about anymore, so I think that that's more relevant than ever now. Well, I partially agree with my past self there. Everything has politics in it, right? Politics is everything. Like, anything can be classified as politics if you think about it hard enough, right? Politics, economics, philosophy, all of these things can go together. Culture, all of these things can go together. That said, when I say, I think people cared too much, I actually think the problem is people are retarded, and then they get active without actually knowing what they're talking about. The problem is people are too invested in politics without being informed. The key issue is the second part. People are too busy treating it like team sports and not actually thinking about the shit that they're supporting.
It's hard enough to get a lot of people in the US to actually care enough to vote. Now we're going to make fun of the small portion that actually cared about politics?
Again, I trimmed out my past response, but basically I talked about how it was more poking fun at people overhyping it and treating it like a sports game and supporting their team. I obviously still think that is true, but at the same time, I actually want less people to vote. I don't want people to vote if they don't know what the fuck they're voting for. Like, I genuinely think you should have some stake in the fucking country if you're gonna vote. You shouldn't just be some fucking, idiot that has no idea what they're talking about, hasn't followed anything, and just goes and votes. You shouldn't be just fucking Johnny Nobody. Voting is a privilege, not a right. It's not the same as protected rights in the Bill of Rights. It's completely different. I think that it should be men over 25 who either have a job, own a business, have a family, own property, or some combination thereof. So I don't think just anyone should be able to qualify for it.
Democracy is a farce, SpongeBob. You repugnant troglodyte.
Eat, pray, queef. I guess this episode got me thinking. But jeebus, this episode is so painfully preachy. This episode just paints all guys as alpha male douches with no self-awareness whatsoever.
I actually rewatched the episode a couple nights ago, and I actually kind of agree with Phantom Strider about it. I don't hate the episode, but the ending especially is fucking retarded when it tries to act like, women queefing is this big thing, that it's like, they just want to give women this one win, so that men aren't... Fuck you, fuck that. That is bullshit. I agree with Phantom Strider on this one now, fuck that.
A Million Little Fibers.
Wait.
An episode which absolutely none of the main characters are in.
I don't think that's a bad thing. I like when the show goes in new directions and tries to show other parts of the town.
Oprah's lower region pulling out a gun is kinda cute.
What the fuck?
I'd say it's funny, but cute is not the word I'd use for it.
I suspect Matt and Trey actually knew that Tally annoyed fans.
As far as I know, everybody likes Tally. I like Tally. Most of my friends like Tally. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just me and my friends. We like Tally. He's kind of a joke character that's, he's the most pointless character there is, but I love Tally.
I could never understand the purpose of this episode.
I'll tell you right now, the purpose of it is people who are anti-smoking can be really preachy and be assholes to people who smoke. Yes, smoking is bad for you. People fucking get that. But the fact is, people get really uppity about it and get really judgmental. And they can be really preachy and be total assholes about it. That's the whole message behind this episode. Also, I think that cigarette smoke is way worse for you than other forms of tobacco smoking. But that said, that's a whole other topic that I'm not going to go off on a big tangent. But I think that fucking stores and restaurants and shit should be allowed to have fucking smoking sections again, because it's fucking retarded that they can't anymore.
This episode just seemed kind of lazy and mean-spirited.
Old mean-spirited again.
I was really curious what beef Matt and Trey had against Bob Reiner.
It was because Rob Reiner was going on this whole big spiel about anti-smoking at the time, and he was being a total dick to everyone there. And the thing is that they were pointing out is it's hypocritical that he makes fun of that he goes after all these people who are doing something detrimental to their own health. He himself eats like crazy and gains a ton of weight. The joke is that people don't care if you overeat and are unhealthy in that way, but for some reason they care if you smoke and pollute your lungs that way. So they're trying to point out the double standard there. That's the whole point with the whole Rob Reiner shtick. Also, on an unrelated note, when I see, anti-smoking ads being as fucking cringe and stupid as they are, it makes me just want to smoke. Granted, I do smoke cigars and pipe tobacco now. I don't smoke cigarettes. But anti-smoking ads always just make me be like, fuck you, and just want to go smoke out of spite. That has always been the case with those. Also, a lot of the information about secondhand smoke we were brought up with is total bullshit, but again, that's a whole other tangent.
It has another of those weird underdog stories. This time, apparently, if you're drugged up, you're enlightened. And the people who try to get you off drugs are just stuffed shirts trying to ruin your fun.
Again, past me was a little bit more defensive of it, saying that, oh, I don't think that's what they intended, and blah, blah, blah. But the point is, stoners piss me off, so I kind of agree with Phantom Strider again.
Scott Tenorman must die. An absolute fan favorite. It makes itself into a lot of top 10 lists, and to be honest, I've never understood why.
Yes, I know, shocking.
Because it's good, because it's funny, because it's an interesting revenge story. Many reasons.
To summarize, the whole episode's about Eric trying to get back at a local teenager for selling him pubic hair.
I mean, does that absurd premise itself not make you laugh? I mean, think about it. I mean, yeah, it's subjective, but come on.
I dislike both Eric and Scott.
Kinda cringe, honestly.
Eric's the best character of the show, man. I know you're not a fan of mean-spiritedness, so I kind of figured you wouldn't like Cartman to begin with, but I love Cartman. He's the best part of the show. And, I know there's going to be some people that disagree, but I'd say overwhelmingly the fan base agrees. Again, that's just speaking from people I know. But no, I think that, they're both... I think that Eric's a great character, and I think that his whole rivalry with Scott was very entertaining.
I know I use this term a lot, but there's this really nasty spirit behind this episode that just makes me feel uncomfortable watching it.
Well, at least you acknowledge that you talk about mean-spiritedness a lot.
But acknowledging it doesn't make it any better. Like, it's still fucking cringe that you're so fucking uppity about mean-spiritedness.
It's filled with mostly very black humor, so black that I just couldn't laugh at it.
Pussy.
I mean, personally, I'm a big fan of dark humor, so that's why I don't mind it. Well,
I kind of chuckled at the extreme end.
Something's really rockin' on planet number 3. Modern man's got prehistoric company.
Ending, but even that's a little too black humor. But that being said, it's a big fan favorite, so I'm probably just a little too butters for this episode. Terrence and Phillip. Not without my anus. Even the title of the episode is trashy.
I mean, it's Terrence and Phillip. Would you expect it to have a high-class title?
An episode purposely made to be a big middle finger to fans on April Fool's Day.
The shocking truth about Cartman's lineage will not be seen tonight, so that we can bring you the following special presentation.
I mean, that's personally why I think it's a funny thing that they did. It's actually one of my favorites from Season 2, because of that. I mean, granted, it's no Chicken Lover, which is my all-time favorite of Season 2, but it's still a good one.
I just thought it was a really weak episode. Terrence and Phillip belong as just one 10-second fart skit that the boys see when watching TV.
I mean, I think that, yeah, Terrence and Phillip are definitely a one-trick pony, but that's kind of the joke. And I thought all of the stuff with Saddam Hussein made the episode worth watching, because it established Saddam more as a character. Granted, he was introduced before this, but I think that this was the time when he really came to shine. And his original appearance in the Mexican staring frog of southern Sri Lanka was only like a second. So it was nice to give Saddam a lot more screen time, because he's one of my favorite South Park characters.
Clarification, obviously his original appearance was the movie, but the first episode he appeared in was a Mexican staring frog of southern Sri Lanka.
Brittany's new look. Personally, I think Season 12 was the worst season of South Park ever made.
What the fuck?
I could not disagree with you more. Season 12 is fucking phenomenal. It's amazing. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Personally thought pretty much every episode in Season 12 was golden. I mean, it had Pandemic, it had Major Boobage, it had Super Fun Time, which...
When I think of an episode of South Park that is just unpleasant, this tends to be the first one I think of. Something about it is just so dark and harsh.
You're new here, aren't you?
I mean, it's supposed to be dark and harsh. The whole point of Brittany's new look is that the paparazzi are fucking vultures. They destroy people's lives, and we need to just let people have their fucking lives, even celebrities. The fact that we obsess over them too much is a big problem, and it causes people's mental health to deteriorate. I mean, why do you think child actors get destroyed so much? Because their lives are just filmed in front of a camera all the time, and it destroys them. Celebrities can't just go out and eat a meal with their family without getting swarmed by people. It's fucking ridiculous, and that's the point they were trying to make with this episode.
But it's another of those messages they could have just gotten across in one scene. Yes, I get it.
I mean, they drag it out because that's really how it happens, is this shit gets dragged out so much, it's ridiculous. People's lives get fucking, like, thrown under a microscope for so fucking long, and they just can't get a fucking moment's peace just because they're in the entertainment industry.
There's a small percentage of the population that has a low enough intelligence to read celebrity magazines and actually pay to see Adam Sandler films.
Fuck you, Adam Sandler's great. Like, legitimately, he has a lot of bad movies, let's be clear. Most of his movies are bad. But Adam Sandler's cool, and his good movies are really good. Fuck you.
But it's a smaller percentage than you'd think.
No, the average normie is retarded and eats up all the celebrity schlop they can get. Like, it's a pretty high number. I think you're underestimating it. My past self partially agreed and partially disagreed. I'm being more definitive here. People are fucking stupid.
I feel dirty and very uncomfortable watching this episode.
As you should. That's what they were going for.
This episode was so revolting that I removed it from my library so long ago that I couldn't actually figure out where I'd put it.
I mean, yeah, again, that's the point. That's the joke. It's supposed to be really disgusting.
This isn't just the worst South Park I've ever seen. It's one of the most gruesome pieces of animation I've ever watched. And I watched Violence Jack.
Fuck you, Violence Jack is great. I've already done responses and recuts about his views on Violence Jack. Fuck you, Violence Jack is great.
Did I mention they show actual live footage of a sex change operation while Mr. Garrison is under the knife?
Yeah, not gonna lie, I agree with him on this one, at least with that part of it. I don't think this is the worst episode, nor would I put it in my top 10, but it is pretty fucking disgusting, and they do show the actual footage, which I typically close my eyes when it's on screen.
They're making fun of transgenders, who frankly are already at a 47% suicide rate.
Getting spicy, isn't he? It's true. It's just spicier than you'd expect from Phantom Strider that he would touch on that, right?
While I'm certainly not pro-transgender...
Based Phantom Strider moment? Hell yeah, let's fucking go, Phantom Strider. I think this is why he buried this video, by the way, but based Phantom Strider moment. Almost everything wrong with South Park. Now, I'm going to say something here. My interest in South Park has gone down significantly. So there is a chance I might agree with this, just depending on what it is. So I guess we'll see. Got Almost Everything Wrong with South Park by Stoolmouth. Not a YouTuber I'm familiar with, but let's jump in.
Hey.
Hi. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, so in case you read the title and got triggered, I'm going to be counting down everything wrong with South Park's right.
Okay, very cool. This guy does not have very many subs. He is a very small channel. I'm surprised this is one of the ones that got recommended to me.
Now, I don't give a fuck if you want to, like, sit here and fucking, like, go in the comments saying about how this is the most brilliant, genius show of all time, ahead of its time.
I mean, look, South Park's great, but it has massively declined in the last few seasons.
It's actually a postmodernism satire. It's genius. It's everything satire should be. And just shut the fuck up. Okay, Jack, I don't give a fuck if you like this show. Jack off to it. I don't care. Like,
I like this guy. Even if I disagree with him, this guy's kind of funny.
Anyway, let's start off with why South Park's writing is so fucking terrible.
Why South Park isn't satire? Well, I mean, that's just blatantly untrue.
First off, the jokes. The jokes. No, I'm sorry. The joke of the plot of the episode, right?
Okay.
Is the... So, fuck, let me
make your damn point!
Start over. Everyone's always bitching and complaining about how, like, Family Guy's jokes don't have to do with the plot. I see this as an absolute win. I see this...
What? Look, I like Family Guy, but what?
This as an advantage over...
How? Jokes work so much better when they're grounded in a plot. What the fuck are you on about?
South Park. Because South Park is so devastated that they need to stay within the plot.
Yeah! It's called good writing. What?
That they have one joke the entire plot instead of, like...
No. Factually untrue.
Right, this is how you actually write comedy if you want to stay to the plot. You make a story and then you add jokes along the way.
Which they do. What the fuck? What is he talking about?
You fill it with jokes. South Park, the plots are one joke.
I mean, in, like, season 19, or sorry, season 20, yeah. That's the only time I can think that's the case.
And there's so many examples of this, like the China Problem episode.
No, there was tons of jokes in that. They all had similar themes and were based on the plot, but there was tons of jokes. What are you on about?
Butter shoots people in the dick.
That's one of the jokes! There's so many other jokes! What?
George R.R. Martin likes wieners, Randy likes weed. It's got...
Again, those are one joke contained in episodes, although I agree with the Randy Weed one. The Integrity Farms is annoying.
But what the fuck are you on about?
Gotten worse and worse over time. It's extended from beating unfunny jokes into the ground for episodes to beating unfunny jokes into the ground for multiple fucking seasons.
I mean, there's running gags that I might not be the biggest fan of, but still, I think... I'm so confused by this guy's takes. What the hell?
Seasons on end. What else? Oh yeah, super fun time.
I take back what I say about liking this guy. He's not making any points.
When the workers are so dedicated to their job...
That's one of the ongoing jokes in the episode.
That they'll literally die over it? It's
yes, it's funny.
Like, it's not funny.
Wrong.
Anymore. It wasn't even that funny in the first place.
Yes, it was.
Like, it was so fucking annoying. Like, oh, we don't know those old-timey codes. Like, shut the fuck up. I get the joke.
Do you, though?
Get the joke. I know your fans are so stupid and...
Dude, this guy is not making any real points. What the fuck? Like, he's just repeating things, and he's just saying things. He's not using any... Like, he's using examples, but, like, they're not good examples.
They're not gonna get it. It's just gonna go right over their head. But they're gonna say it's genius otherwise.
No?
But I get it, okay? I may be stupid, but I'm not that stupid. I'm not a South Park fan.
You know, that wasn't very funny.
No, but you think Family Guy is better written. Look, I like Family Guy, but it is not better written than South Park.
Jesus. Another thing wrong is that the writing in this show seems to be shitting on other people. Like...
So?
They have such a huge superiority...
He's got, like, dogs barking in the background of his video.
Pretty complex. It's not even funny.
No, it's fine to shit on other people. What the fuck is this guy talking about?
I mean, nothing about this show is really funny, but, you know...
Okay.
What I mean. Like,
I don't, actually.
They're just random celebrities that no one knows about. They only know them and hate them.
That's part of the joke, though! That was literally the point in Season 1! Is they would bring in obscure celebrities and make a joke about the fact that they're an obscure celebrity. That Kathy Lee Griffith thing, that was done as a joke because she was irrelevant. They weren't saying, oh, she's like, they were saying, what if everyone in this town loved her for some reason? That was the fucking joke!
Because South Park told them to. Like...
Again, they're just jokes.
Like, they made fun of Jimmy Buffett, right? And
Jimmy Buffett has a lot of the same sounding songs, though, to be fair. They were spot on with that.
I think, like, I knew someone, he doesn't think like this anymore, but when he was a huge South Park fan, he never actually listened to his music.
It's not really that good. Wasted away again in Margaritaville. Like, it's not that good.
And just assumed that he was shit. Because
he is shit.
What's it called? Because South Park hates Jimmy Buffett.
It's not because he's genuinely got shit music.
Like, I know these fucking... For a show that claims to be for mature audiences, your audience is fucking more easily influenced than children.
This guy... I feel like I'm watching a Young Defiant video.
The audience that aren't children. I mean, 90% of your audience is like edgy 12-year-olds trying to do terrible Cartman impressions.
I mean, kids watch South Park all the time. That's fair. I watched it as a kid. But it's not meant for kids.
That's another thing. The voices in the show are so fucking annoying.
Okay.
I hate it.
But you're okay with Peter Griffin. You think that's bad? Remember the time I did this?
The thing that's shitty about the writing is it completely just tarnished. It doesn't understand satire.
You're not just wrong, you're stupid. And you're ugly, just like your mum.
Yes, it does. Like, it's gotten worse at it in the last, like, 4 seasons, I'd agree. But it definitely understood satire at a point, and it still does to an extent.
Like, satire is not supposed to be... Like, their idea of satire is, or at least once was...
Are you gonna get to the point, or are you just gonna keep stumbling over yourself?
I mean, they're kind of pussy now, but...
I agree, actually, they are kind of pussies now.
Their idea of satire once was, let's be offensive as possible. But in their...
I mean, that was part of it for the first few seasons.
Interviews, they're always like, we're not trying to be offensive.
False.
I have never once heard them say that.
Bullshit. It has also tarnished a bunch of people's...
Like, they know they're trying to be offensive. What is he talking about?
of what dark comedy is supposed to be.
Again, this guy's just saying things without a real point.
You notice every, like...
This is way longer than it should be with how little of a point this fuck is making.
Adult animated sitcom has terrible humor now, and isn't funny.
That has nothing to do with South Park.
You could think, well, not think, but South Park, South Park has single-handedly ruined Western animation.
What the fuck?
No, it hasn't. Many things have ruined Western animation, South Park not being among them.
It just...
Like woke ideology, the CalArts style, everything trying to be multiple things and subvert expectations, just bad writing in general. All of these things have ruined Western animation. South Park had nothing to do with any of that.
I mean, it's giving people... Not only is it giving people the excuse that you can make shitty, horrible animation...
That's part of the point, though. It's supposed to look like an old, like, Christmas card.
Terrible fucking voices.
Okay.
But you can just be fucking edgy.
There's nothing wrong with being edgy.
And with no fucking joke.
But there is a joke to their edge. That's the thing. The edgy jokes in South Park have a joke. A lot of the new shows don't. They're just gross.
To it. Like, the thing is, it's not dark humor, because dark humor has to have humor.
And there is humor. You just don't get it, even though you insist that you do.
In it. And the only excuse that people use for it, why this show is, like, different and is adult comedy done well, even though it's not. Nothing the show does is done well.
A lot of things the show does are done well. Look, I think that the show has declined in the last few seasons, but this guy doesn't have any fucking idea what he's talking about.
It's because they put some political bullshit in there for no...
I think that the politics has become too much of a focus, but it's always kind of been there, and I think that they were topical for a while. Now they're not. And the reason I say they're not now is because now they just, like, tell a joke that everyone's heard now with politics. Like, it's all things that everybody's heard already by this point. They used to be ahead of the game because of their format. Now, not so much. And I'll admit that they do try too hard to be topical now, but again, it's an issue that got worse over time. It wasn't always a problem.
Reason other than to not look... They try to not look lowbrow, but they end up looking pretentious.
I don't know that I'd say they're... I mean, again, maybe a little bit in recent years, but again, that's a very new problem with the show.
That's the thing that's the thing that sucks so hard about South Park, is how pretentious they can be when they're...
I don't really think that most of the show is pretentious. And even the new seasons, I think they play it safe a lot. They don't really make it a lot of real points now, even though they pretend they are. So I'll give you that with, like, the last, like, you know, post-season 20, sure. But, like, before season 20, the show wasn't really pretentious. I don't know what you're on about.
They're the most lowbrow show.
It reveled in being lowbrow. They said lowbrow was funny. They made that a point. They have nothing against being lowbrow.
Lowbrow piece of fiction ever made. I don't think there's a piece of...
Beavis and Butthead is way more lowbrow.
The fiction I hate more than South Park, to be honest.
Well, then, you have no taste. Look, I have my issues with modern South Park, but goddamn.
Fucking blows. It stinks.
How does he still have 6 minutes of this?
Motherfucker. And even with... I could say all the problems with how hard it tries to be edgy. Like,
Family Guy tries to be edgy so much harder.
How edgy equals funny it is. Like,
Family Guy does that all the time. Again, if you're going to praise Family Guy, don't criticize South Park for being edgy. That is the wrong move.
Showing real-life footage of a sex change operation.
I mean, yeah, that was really gross.
Fucking getting a fucking semen-filled condom out your ass, getting a bomb out of Hillary Clinton's vagina, Oprah Winfrey's vagina, holding out a gun.
Again, you praised Family Guy earlier. Don't praise Family Guy and then criticize edginess, because that's all that's why Family Guy is still even semi-watchable.
Two jokes galore. Even the game is not safe from this. There's literally there's levels where you get squashed by your dad's ball sack when he's having sex.
Are you just a pussy? Is that what you're getting at? Because Family Guy is way more offensive.
You give Randy stands dad an abortion in his asshole. And
yeah, I know, the game is ridiculous too. It's over the top, as South Park usually is.
Fail, his balls get sucked up. And it shows fucking blood, right? His balls.
Yeah.
Just like dislocate, and it shows blood.
Right.
It's not fucking funny.
It is, though.
It's just fucking cringe. It's like, that's another thing that this show, it's full of cringe-inducing visuals. Like...
Yeah, I mean, sometimes.
There's not one episode that doesn't make me want to cringe with its visuals.
Okay.
There's also another level in the South Park Stick of Truth where you climb up some guy's ass and... Yeah,
Mr. Slave's ass?
You go through the semen-filled condoms. And, yeah, there's...
It's a Lemmy Winks reference.
An entire episode where they go to concentration camp.
Yeah, the Death Camp of Tolerance, which was the origin of Mr. Slave. And also, very good episode, super topical now.
And a fucking gerbil gets shoved up some guy's ass.
Because the idea of that episode, the gerbil getting shoved up the guy's ass, that's a subplot. The actual fact that the episode is about how overbearing and intolerant people who fight for tolerance is, describes woke ideology to a T. It is such a relevant episode now.
It's really unfunny shit. Like,
okay. Just calling it unfunny doesn't make it so.
And the problem with those is not because they're edgy. It's because not only do they try so hard to be edgy, they just come up... It's like they randomly generated some weird shit. Like they put the word...
No, that's what Family Guy does. What are you on about?
Words, typed in the words. Like, you know those online fucking wheels? Those online fucking spin a wheel?
I know where he's going with this. This is what Family Guy does, not what South Park does.
Where you add words in. That's how South Park, that's how they fucking write the show. They write piss, and then add another one, they add shit.
What is he on about?
Vomit, vagina, penis, and then they spin the wheel. And
again, no! The jokes are much more cleverly written than that. What is this guy fucking talking about?
Fill it out. It's like, then they fill out the Mad Libs with those fucking key words.
Again, that's Family Guy. That's not South Park.
Like, Cartman, the shit out of his mouth, which is a real episode, by the way. So,
yeah. It's
not fucking... They could be doing that. Another thing, and they could be adding, you know, like, randomly generated news articles, because it's become more pretentious as it went on. It's about fucking news.
I do agree, it has gotten more pretentious as it's gone on, sure.
And all that shit.
But again, the topical stuff didn't bother me when it was like a plot device. Now that it is the focus, I do agree that it actually is kind of a problem.
Nobody gives a fuck. The other thing they do is like...
Well, people should give a fuck. That's part of the problem.
The flanderization in this show is just awful. Randy's...
Okay, Randy, yeah, no, Randy's ruined, yeah.
Character now, his entire character has been taken over by the one quote-unquote personality trait that he loves weed.
Yeah, I know, I hate Tegrity Farms, I agree.
That's it, that's the joke. That's not only the only joke of Randy, that's not only the only personality trait of Randy, that's the only joke of the show anymore.
I mean, it's way too prominent, yeah.
They literally just fucking got rid of the fucking... Like, I would say I would be mad that they got rid of the old format of the show, because the show sucks shit either way. But they made it even worse.
It is worse. It used to be great.
By making Randy this fucking drug addict, and that's his only joke. I didn't think it was any possible to make South Park more unwatchable.
Okay.
But it is. You can make South Park more unfunny.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten worse, because it used to be a great show. It was one of my favorite shows, and still is. But the new seasons, I don't really like.
It's just such a...
And by new, I mean season 24, really, is when I really started to lose interest.
Deep attempt at humor, and it's so goddamn lazy. It's so fucking lazy.
Again, I wouldn't call it... I mean, relying on the politics to just write the episodes, I think, has become a problem and is kind of lazy. But again, you praised Family Guy earlier, and like I said, I like Family Guy, but it's really lazily written.
The animation is lazy.
That's kind of the point, though.
It takes them like 5 days to make a fucking episode.
Yeah, that's because they've gotten a lot better at it. It didn't used to take them 5 days.
Heard it was 6 days, but apparently, according to Brock Baker, it was 5 days now, since he played Winnie the Pooh on fucking South Park. By the way, Winnie the Pooh died on South Park.
That was a good joke. That was a stab at Xi Jinping.
You know why?
Because China.
Because edgy equals funny?
No, because of China!
No, you're not laughing.
Because you don't understand the joke.
Too bad.
This guy doesn't know what he... I mean, he's clearly like a teenager or something. And a lot of my takes when I was a teenager were retarded, but still.
They'll be beating that dead horse into the ground. So fucking...
No. Winnie the Pooh isn't brought up again after banned in China.
Fucking much. But yeah, the entire show is just... It's probably the most hackiest show of all time.
Well, certainly not the hackiest show of all time. There's way more... Like, look, as much as I criticize the last season and the movies and the newest season, I'm gonna still try to watch the new season. I haven't. I'm going to try. I want to get back into it because I love South Park, and I hope that the new season is better. But again, season 24 was really the only one I didn't like, and then there was the Paramount Plus movies that I had no interest in. I also obviously didn't like season 20. I forgot to mention that in this video, so there you go.
Trey Parker, Matt Stone are fucking hacks.
Again, you're just throwing out words.
Nothing they do is funny. Like, you can tell when writing these fucking episodes, they're fucking hack writers.
Define hack writers, because you keep using that term. I don't think it means what you think it means.
There's only like 2 writers. No, there's only like, I think, there's only like 1 writer. I think Trey Parker's the only one.
No, they have a team of writers now.
Who does all this shit, and then a bunch of people just animate.
Now, you're wrong. There are so many writers now. It's honestly one of the things that I think could be part of the problem.
Kind of counts the money and does the voice of Butters and Kenny.
Matt Stone is way more involved than you think, kid.
Kyle, that's about it.
Like, Trey Parker's more involved, but Matt Stone does a lot. He voices a lot more than just those characters. He's one of the head writers as well. And he helped co-create the show. And several of the characters are based on him, particularly Kyle and Gerald.
But I think one thing that's unintentional...
Also, he said Butters and Kenny. Does he not realize Kyle is Matt Stone, too?
Like, unintentionally already funnier than South Park, the show itself, is its fucking fan base. And how fucking laughable they are.
That's not funny!
Ha ha ha, you're bad. Ha ha, you're funnier than the show because you're so laughable. Ha ha ha. Shut the fuck up.
Like, they're literally the embodiment of Rick and Morty fans.
No.
Worse.
Worse? What the hell are you on about?
Because at least people acknowledge that Pickle Rick is just stupid now.
Yes. But, like, the Rick and Morty fan base is way more obnoxious. What are you fucking on about?
Well, no one actually acknowledged it was genius, but everyone thinks...
I mean... Actually, yes, that's why it got so popular, because there was the one trailer where it was like, oh, Pickle Rick! And then the fan base memed it into oblivion, made it a big focus, and then the writers decided, hey, this is a big thing we can profit on.
Like, South Park is some fucking genius with their fucking... Oh, look, they did the manatee thing. Manatees. It's funny because, well, there was no introduction. They just...
The manatee thing was making fun of the way Family Guy is written.
Put manatees because random is fun.
No, that was the fucking point. They were criticizing Family Guy. That's literally what they were going against, you fucking retard.
Am I right, guys? Am I right, guys? The show...
This guy does not understand South Park at all.
It's totally not contradicting its point. And that's another thing wrong with the fucking...
You know who I realized this guy sounds like? This guy sounds like Corbin when he was a teenager.
Fucking writing of...
Like his voice. It sounds like teenage Corbin's voice.
Joe, it's just... they contradict themselves. They kill their own punchlines so much.
No.
And to be fair, you don't have to have a high IQ to understand South Park.
You're not funny and nobody likes you.
I mean, yeah. Nobody's pretended that South Park is like a show that you have to be super smart to understand. They got very basic surface-level political stuff they do now that's very safe and mainstream.
Okay? You need to be mental to understand this show.
Ah, you think you're so clever, don't you? To be fair, I actually made that joke in a Sergeant Friends episode that isn't out yet, that you have to be fucking retarded to like Sergeant Friends, so, you know.
What? It's stupid.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's those are my reasons why South Park is the most
Wow, you did not make a single real point.
funny comedy show on TV. And if you don't like it, then go fuck yourself.
This kid is dumb as fuck. Holy shit.
That sucked. I'm sure glad that's over with.